Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Jason, and welcome to some kind of festive video that I just decided that I wanted to do. I don't really know where I want this video to go. I kind of have an idea in my mind. I just want to spread some Christmas cheer and hopefully make a couple of you feel better, share a little bit of a story, and just talk and whatnot. And I feel like this would be something really interesting to do, and hopefully can make some of your guys' days maybe a little bit brighter, or maybe make you think a little bit differently about some certain things. And hopefully, from this different kind of upload, it'll enlighten you a little bit, just I guess on the inner thoughts of my mind a little bit, and as well as maybe I don't know, maybe it'll help you guys out as well, and maybe look at something a little bit differently. But what I was gonna say, and what I wanted to talk about, is I want to talk about how I feel like I have been kind of neglectful of what we have created this year, and I don't want to say it in a bad way that I've messed up or anything. I don't think I've messed up too hard. I've messed up here and there, but I think we all do that. But recently, I feel like I haven't been, I guess, as on top of my game as I used to be, because just, I guess, around this time of year, that's bound to happen because a lot of people are a little bit busier, as I was, and as well as, I've had some personal issues in the last few months. It's not really a big deal, but it's it was something that helped, something that prevented me from, I guess, really staying on top of things. And I had come across this message the other day on my Facebook fan page, and I want you guys to understand something, that I don't really use my Facebook fan page too often. I get notifications for it, but I don't really ever check them, and I feel like I should, because as much as I don't use Facebook, it's a way that people, and maybe not that many, but a fair amount of you guys were using to contact me through, because I guess some of you don't have Twitter. Not everybody has Twitter. Not everybody has a YouTube account even. And for the longest time, as far as I know, there's some people out there who still watch me without even having a YouTube account. And a lot of people watch me for my live streams and all that. And we haven't done one in so long. And I'm sorry for that. I really am. I just needed some time, and I think it's time to finally make a return for that. So just look out for a really cool video coming out in the next couple days that'll give you some more information on when you can see some new live streams, especially with Reverse GTS and Winner Trade Tuesday. You'll see more about that in the coming days, I promise. But I came across this message on my Facebook page, and again, I don't read them too often. But there's this message that I came across from Miguel M. I don't want to say his last name, but I just want to make it specific. So this person, if you happen to be seeing this video, then hopefully you'll know that I did read this. I don't know if you use Facebook often, but basically, I'm going to read you the message. It said, "To be honest, I felt like giving up on my life, and somehow your videos have cheered me up." And I'll put this message on screen too, so you guys can see this. And somehow your videos have cheered me up, and they have made me smile, something I haven't done in 2 years. You're an awesome guy, and you dedicate a lot of time on your videos, and to be honest, not as much time as you might think. I do put a lot of time into it, but sometimes I feel like I could put more. But thank you, man. So it really means a lot that you can understand, and you can realize the amount of work that I put into what I do, but I appreciate that. You're an awesome guy, dedicate a lot of time to your videos, and you're very honest about your opinions, and well, I appreciate you for being yourself. I'm looking forward to watching all your videos and give you lots of support. Don't forget that I'm here for you whenever life gets difficult, because I know I'm not the only one struggling anyways. I'm glad to be a part of the channel. It's very unique, and I'll try my best not to give up. I just want to say that I hope that dude's watched this video. I responded to that video, responded to that comment, and you guys can take a look at that on screen. But I responded to it nearly 2 months later, and that wasn't intentional. I didn't mean to do that. I just never really look at my Facebook messages, and I saw that, and I was like, wow, I actually feel like a dick, because this guy was being completely he was having a heartfelt moment right there. He just wanted me to understand, I guess, that I've impacted him in some sort of positive way. And I felt like as a content creator, as someone who, I guess, I've heard that a lot of people look up to me, and that's pretty cool. I never thought that would be a thing that would ever happen, but I never came to terms with myself that that was actually a possibility. And now I think I've finally realized that it doesn't take much to become a positive influence on somebody's life. It's just about how I portray myself and how my character is set, I guess you could say. I don't like seeing people upset. I like making sure everybody feels included. And the character that I've always wanted to portray, that I've always done in real life, I've always tried my best to do it on YouTube, is I like making everybody happy. And I want to make sure that everybody's happy and that everybody's having a good time and that everybody is satisfied. Sometimes you just can't satisfy everybody though, and that's unfortunate. And I just felt bad because when I read this message, it made me really hope that this dude's doing okay. Miguel, I hope if you're watching this, man, I hope you're doing all right. I hope you haven't given up, dude. I hope you can just find it in yourself to keep trucking on, brother, because I know it can be hard. Life can be a complete bitch sometimes, and I know it's not easy to deal with. It really isn't. And coming from someone who's been suffering from depression for nearly 4 years, I can understand, it's hard to take life's beat down sometimes. But the best thing that I can suggest to you and to anybody else watching this is, it's a new year coming up. I know it's not that easy to just brush off your feelings, but the way that I learned to start curing my depression, and I've seen greater results since I've started doing this, is just learning to take everything as it happens and take everything in the moment. Live in the moment. Don't try and live in the future. Don't try and live in the past. Don't worry about what's happened before, and don't worry about what's coming up. Worry about what's coming up to some certain extent, because you don't want to end up in some horrible situation. But depending on what your life is like right now, to whoever is watching this, I think it really depends. But the best thing you can do is just try not to let your past bother you. Don't let what your future has in store for you bother you too much, and don't try and change your future. Just let it play out. Let the story play out how it's supposed to. Because it's a good way of comparing this, and this is kind of funny that I'm comparing it to like this, but I've always thought about this. As a kid, one of the shows that I think I liked watching a lot, because my sister got me into it when she was still living with me and all that, was That's So Raven. I think a lot of people like that show. And one of the reasons why I like that show is because of the concept of it and how she would have like these visions and stuff like that. But one thing that I always thought about, and I know if anybody has seen that show, then you'll know what I'm saying when I say this, is whenever she has her visions, it always seems, because she has the visions, that whatever the visions are come true, right? Because she goes out of her way to try and make it not happen, but the story is meant to play out like that, so it's going to happen the way that she's doing it. So the best thing you can do is to not attempt to try and fix anything. Let it play out the way it's supposed to, and don't let it change into something that could potentially cause harm for yourself, is what I'm trying to say. And that's what I looked at it like, because there was sometimes where by her doing some of her actions would cause what she saw to happen. If she didn't do those actions, what would have happened, or what happened in her vision, would never have happened. The same analogy is used to apply to life. Don't look too far into things. Don't look too far in the future, and don't stress yourself out about unnecessary things. The point of it is, and the point of this whole video, I guess, is more or less, besides all these, I guess, feels moments that we're having right now, I just want you guys to all know that there's no point in being sad. There's no point in being depressed. The holidays are around now. If you don't have anybody to spend the holidays with, I hope that, you still have a great holiday nonetheless. I know it can be a little depressing, but life gets like that sometimes, and it's just about how hard you're willing to work past that. So everyone in the Jason Nation, I want you all to do me a favor, and I want you all to have a very happy holidays. It doesn't matter if you celebrate Christmas or whatever it is that you celebrate. Whatever doesn't offend you. I'm sorry, no. But happy holidays nonetheless, and I hope that every one of you has a great holidays with your family or with your friends or whoever you spend it with. And I hope that 2016 not only will be a great year for me and the Jason Nation, but I hope it'll be a great year for everybody in it and everybody in the world. I just hope everybody finally starts coming towards a a way to make the world a better place, I guess. I don't really know how else to say it, but nevertheless, I don't want to rant on too much longer. I just wanted to hopefully spread a good message and get some positive vibes going, as sad as it kind of was at the beginning. Again, Miguel, if you're watching this, man, I'm so glad to hear that my content makes you feel happier and upbeat, man, and it doesn't make you feel as sad. And there's a lot of people who have told me that, and I'm very happy that my content is able to do that. And I didn't imagine 5 years ago when I first sat down in front of a TV recording with a 240p webcam of, I think it was a SpongeBob game. I never thought that, you know, 5-6 years later I'd be sitting here with what I consider to be quite a nice professional setup. I'm pretty proud of myself, and it's just awesome to see how far we've come, and I couldn't have done it without you guys, you know. I really couldn't have. And as much as I originally stated in the beginning, as much as it sometimes seems like I neglect some of the real fans that I do have, and there's a whole lot of you, just understand that I don't, and that I want to prove to you that I'm something different than the rest, and I just want you all to know that I want to build something massive that includes everybody in it. I want everybody to be included in success and not left out. And on that note, I think I'm gonna get on out of here. Have your guys' selves a Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's. I don't know what all these holidays are, but whatever it is that you celebrate, have a very great one, and make sure you spend a lot of time with your family and stay safe. I'll catch you guys next time. And one thing I didn't say in that original video, and this is something that I just want each and every one of you to know again, and I'll probably include this on the end, but just always love yourself. Never listen to what anybody else has to say negatively. It's not worth getting stressed out over, and it's truthfully just, it's better to move on and be the bigger person about things. And I found that out at a really young age, that it's nice to just move on and be more mature, because it gets you a lot farther in life. And sometimes, even though I don't act very mature, I hope that this video somewhat, you know, kind of changed that. And I hope that this video also impacted a lot of you, or at least some of you, any of you, at least one person, anybody at all. I hope it impacted you in a positive way and made you see things a little bit differently. Because life is such a precious thing, and I want you all to know that for anybody out there who is struggling with depression, anxiety, whatever it may be, you know, even if it's none of that and it's personal problems, family problems, I don't know, just don't ever think about giving up. It's not worth it in the end of it. It really isn't. And just understand that there's so many more people out there that are going through the similar things that you're going through, but they're not giving up, and neither should you. Life is such a precious thing, and just don't take that with a grain of salt. Have a Merry Holidays, everybody, or Happy Holidays, I guess.